Picture this: a grand mansion, its walls adorned with intricate designs, its windows gleaming in the sunlight. But as you approach, you notice something unsettling. The entire structure is built on shifting sand. No matter how magnificent it appears, without a solid foundation, it's destined to crumble. Love, my friends, is no different. We often chase relationships, desperately seeking that perfect connection, hoping it will fill the void within us. But here's the truth we often overlook: without self-love as our foundation, every relationship we build is like that house on sand. Beautiful, perhaps, but ultimately unstable. Imagine standing before a mirror. When it's whole, it reflects your image clearly, showing you as you truly are. But what happens when that mirror cracks? The reflection becomes distorted, fragmented. This is what life feels like when we don't love ourselves. We search for someone, anyone, to piece us back together, to show us our worth. But no matter how much love they pour into us, those cracks remain, until we decide to repair them from within. And that repair begins with one powerful truth: you must love yourself first. It sounds simple, doesn't it? Loving yourself should be the most natural thing in the world. Yet for so many of us, it feels like an impossible task. Why is that? The answer lies in our upbringing, in the messages we've internalized since childhood. You'll be loved if you achieve this. You'll be accepted if you look like that. You'll be enough when you succeed. These conditions become the lens through which we view ourselves. We learn to chase love and validation from external sources. We measure our worth in likes, in the approval of others, in the status of our relationships. But deep down, there's an emptiness that no amount of external validation can fill. Psychologists have a term for this: self-concept. It's the story you tell yourself about who you are. If that story is filled with shame, doubt, or constant comparison to others, then love from others feels temporary, fragile. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in the bottom. No matter how much is poured in, it never feels like enough. But when you begin to rewrite that story with compassion and acceptance, something remarkable happens. You start to see rejection not as proof of your unworthiness, but as redirection toward growth. You begin to understand that self-love isn't arrogance. It's not about believing you're better than everyone else. It's simply this: I am worthy. I am enough. Even as I grow and learn, I am already whole. Think of yourself as a cup. When your cup is empty, you'll pour out every last drop trying to fill others. And soon, you'll run dry. You'll give from a place of desperation, of need. But when you fill your cup first, with kindness to yourself, with rest, with acceptance, you give from a place of abundance. You share your love, not because you need something in return, but because you have more than enough to offer. That's why people who truly love themselves often create the healthiest, most fulfilling relationships. They're not clinging to their partners out of fear. They're not begging for scraps of affection. They're sharing their lives from a place of wholeness, not trying to survive on the love of another. So how do we actually put this into practice? How do we learn to love ourselves first? It starts with setting boundaries. Saying no isn't selfish. It's an act of It's recognizing that your time, your energy, and your emotional well-being are valuable. When you set healthy boundaries, you're telling yourself and the world that you matter. Next, pay attention to how you talk to yourself. If you wouldn't say it to a dear friend, don't say it to yourself. Replace harsh self-criticism with gentle encouragement. Celebrate your small wins. Did you make your bed this morning? Did you speak up in a meeting? Acknowledge these moments. Self-love grows through daily acts of recognition. Healing is a crucial part of this journey. It's tempting to hide from our pain, to bury our wounds beneath layers of distraction. But true self-love requires us to face our hurts head-on. This might mean seeking therapy, journaling about your experiences, or simply taking time for honest reflection. Choose tools that help you confront your past and present, not escape from them. Remember, self-love is not a destination you reach once and then you're done. It's a practice, a daily choice. Some days, it will feel easy, natural. Other days, it will be a struggle. But with each act of kindness toward yourself, with each boundary you set, with each moment of self-acceptance, you're laying another brick in that foundation. When you love yourself first, everything changes. Heartbreak becomes a lesson, not a life sentence. Rejection loses its sting because you know your worth isn't determined by someone else's opinion. You stop chasing love desperately because you realize you already carry it within you. So today, I want you to do something. Find a mirror. Look into it. Really look. See the cracks, yes. Acknowledge the parts of yourself you're still learning to love. But also see the strength in your reflection. See the resilience that has brought you this far. And then, speak to yourself. Out loud if you can. Say these words. I am enough. I am worthy. I love myself first. Feel the power of those words. Let them sink into your bones. Because it's only when we truly love ourselves that we can open our hearts to every other kind of love. It's only then that we can build relationships on solid ground, creating connections that weather any storm. Your journey to self-love starts now. With each breath, with each choice, with each moment of compassion for yourself. It won't always be easy, but I promise you this. It will be worth it, because when you love yourself first, you're not just changing your own life, you're changing the world around you. So go forth, build that foundation of self-love, and watch as every other aspect of your life begins to transform. Remember, you are worthy of love, starting with your own.